morning, guys. It's me, Florida Girl, and we're going to talk about our chicken's morning routine.
Are you ready to get started, Dottie Dog? Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Our morning gets started a little bit later than most on the farm. After they're released, the birds wander the yard. Here's Turkey, hard at worky. Turkey loves to eat the bugs. There's one of our little reds on the other side. And they get all in here and take out all the spiders and crickets and the little bugs that like to live down in the leaves. One of the next things that I do is clean the coop. And the method that I use is I like this sand bottom because I can just kind of filter out the junk. There you go. And I live in Florida, so this sand bottom is totally recyclable. I've got it all over the place. Sometimes the only hard part's getting some dry sand to replace this, but you clean it every day, and there you go. So I've got a nice sand bottom for them in their coop, and that's all nice and clean. What I do is I keep the little chicken poops right here in a bucket, and now we're going to take these over to the garden where we're going to deliver them. You following along, Dottie Dog? Dot's going to go hide where it's cool. And so into the garden I go. We don't have a whole lot going on in here right now, so this is my own experimental garden, and this is all voluntary sweet potatoes and some regular potatoes. This one is another experiment, and in this experiment I am using Florida soil and the remains from my daily chicken coop cleaning. And again, this one also, sweet potatoes. I've had a lot of luck with sweet potatoes the next region down in Florida, so we'll see how that goes. And that's where the chicken poop goes every morning. With it being the beginning of summer and Florida, we want to make sure we've got plenty of water hidden all over the place in nice, cool, dark places for all the animals. So now I'm going to go around and make sure all the water's up and clean. You got to go over and dump their pans out. And just make sure they've got enough water for the day. Make sure got all the junk out of there because, you know, they need clean water. But they will be filling this back up shortly with all sorts of sand and debris. I also keep water inside the coops, so it's important that I keep these full as well. And this is the duck's pool, and because Dot likes to play in here during the summertime, she likes to cool off, we try to keep this water nice and clean for the ducks and for the Dot. And here are the ducks right now, just trying to stay cool in the shade. So one of the things I did that's a little different today from other days is I added diatomaceous earth to the chicken's bedding. And this is what their coop looks like when it has diatomaceous earth sprinkled on top of the bedding. It looks like baby powder kind of sprinkled all around, little graffiti baby powder on the walls there and down on the floor as well. Diatomaceous earth is supposed to help with lice and other parasitic type of bugs, as well as help them with their worms when I add this to their food. So learn a little bit more about that at Becky's Homesteading. She's the YouTuber that I learned about how to use diatomaceous earth in my chicken bedding. So I have the coop, I have this back area here. This little nesting area is for the silkies right now. It's a little bit of a large area for them, but it seems to be the one they chose. Big Chooster has chosen this cage right here to be hers, and she often is put away early because of her behavioral issues. And then last but not least is this big one here, and this is where Turkey lives. And so for these, I use the pine bedding, and I kind of sprinkle it around every day, move it around, and I've also added the diatomaceous earth to both of those nesting areas as well. I'm going to take you back down here to this bottom area, and this bottom area is where the ducks have kind of claimed as of recent. And one of the last things we're starting to do in our morning routine is collect eggs. For the first time, we've had the ducks laying this week, and we've received 5 eggs hidden in this area. And that it was one of the ways that I figured out that they were duck eggs, because the chickens were all cooped up in their own areas. Thanks for watching this Florida Girl adventure on how we start our chickens' morning here at Dottie's Dogwoods and Florida Girls Adventures.